Cafe. Nostalgia, let the memories bloom. All these stories in my head are gonna make me go boom. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah. Yeah. Kick back and relax, turn the volume to the max, bob your head until you're dead. Yeah.
Konbanwa, friends, and welcome back to another edition of the Otalku Cafe. This is our penultimate episode of the season. We got a few finales, some chorus ending, and Tana's balls. We're sweating like a whore in church. I am Matt, your co-CEO, and to join me, my other co-CEO, Ethan. What's going on, buddy?
2 weeks in a row, baby!
I know.
2 weeks in a row. Enjoy me, folks, because once summer comes along and we're watching 25 shows a piece, you ain't gonna find me very often because I'll be perpetually.
No, you'll be like every other week.
If that, bro. If that. Oh my god. I'm doing better than you are. I'm not under the weather this week, so that's positive. I'm feeling good, feeling great.
Yep.
I'm not as dying. I'm not feeling like I'm stuck in the Great Cataclysm, to quote Fire Force.
Yeah, we'll get to your Fire Force later. But no, it's been a heat wave these past few days. So if you are in a certain area with that heat wave, be careful out there.
The Northeast.
Yeah, pretty much the Northeast.
Which is wild, because Central Florida is, like I was telling you off air, it's not as hot, bro. Like, hey, Google, what's the current weather?
Right now in Kissimmee, it's 85 degrees and partly cloudy. Tonight, the forecast is for a high of 83 and a low of 75 and clear.
Jesus Christ.
Which is so crazy.
Yeah, it is currently 85 right now.
My God. Yeah, it says it's 86 right now.
Yeah,
I have 91 and a low of 75.
And after tomorrow, no more SpaceX internet for me, thankfully.
I'm going to fiber.
Going to fiber, yep, going at speed. They'll be here tomorrow installing all this shit.
Are you going to do anything celebratory to fuck Elon Musk?
No, I'm gonna hide from the weather.
Do you have to return like the SpaceX shit?
Maybe. I'm not sure. Because it's good till July 5th.
Oh, you have to sign like a 1-year deal?
No, that's like that because we already paid for this month, so
Ah.
yeah. We get billed like the 5th of every month.
Naruhodo.
But we get more for GoNet speed, and right now it's gonna be $40 cheaper for a year, and then next year it'll go up to normal $90 a month.
That's so crazy. 90. I'm so pissed they raised my shit up to 76 or 77.
Yeah.
And I'm almost getting a gig. I have 900 megs.
Yeah. Because I also asked my neighbors too, because they have it. They're like, "Oh yeah, it's good. Like we pay like $120 a month." I'm like, "Ooh, why?" Then like, "Oh yeah, because we also have a landline." Oh, we don't have that shit. We don't need that.
You don't want a bat phone like Corny?
No. I'm actually in my 30s. I'll have you know.
My parents had a landline for, up until like a few years, up until like last year, as a matter of fact, because they had a landline and then they switched it off and then we moved it over to not Simply Safe. Fuck. What is it? Oh my god, it's like a USB dongle thing you stick in there. I forget what it's called now. But yeah, the landline still kind of worked. It was so like iffy. It was whatever. And then my dad, we switched his phone number over to the landline, from his old phone number to the landline phone number. So
Right. Yeah, the family home had a wireless phone.
yeah,
But yeah, that thing would always die so quick.
mine was pretty good. Honestly, I had a like old Panasonic. It was fine. My mom still has a cool story, bro.
But yeah, no, have fun with the draft ticket, Hunter.
Yeah, she has still has the phone. She uses it as an alarm. It's the cord. It's the one with the cord.
Yeah.
My grandma, before she moved out of her house in Rosedale in New York, she
Right.
had a fucking rotary. She had a
Yeah.
rotary landline. I doubt it's still there, obviously. I would keep it there just as a nostalgia. I wouldn't even get rid of it, honestly. But
Yeah, well, we never had one here when we got the home, so it was like no point. Like, why pay for extra money for stuff we're not going to use?
no, totally makes sense, dude.
Yeah, and I already told you the crazy story that happened yesterday. I may as well say it here.
Yeah, might as well. Go ahead. We're catching up on life.
Yeah. No. While it was hot as fuck yesterday, I was doing one of my deliveries. It was all normal. And as I drive to one of my blocks, I see road closed. So I'm like, okay. I get a little closer. I see a lot of cops.
Okay.
Rutland police, state police. So, okay. So I'm going to come back. I don't go to that block till like 3 o'clock. So hopefully they're done by then.
Yeah. Hopefully they're done with their ice raid.
Yeah, then a couple people tell me that, it's like a standoff, like with guns. I'm like, what? And I was like, okay. And I was guessing the house, like it's probably 43 Evergreen. And later on, I found out it was. So
why'd you guess that, Matt?
It's a drug house.
Ah.
So it's just drug houses. I have a couple of those.
Ah.
Yeah.
You ever deliver suspicious chemicals to these houses?
No.
No, you don't. You don't see.
No, that's FedEx. That's FedEx's problem.
That's FedEx, bro. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
So I'm like, okay, so I called my supervisor, like, what do you want me to do? Because some of this is blocked off. It's like, so just try what you can. Like, I could walk on state. I just can't drive further past it. Like, all right. But if I hear something, I'm bouncing. Like, I'm leaving. If I hear one gunshot or yelling,
the job is not worth my life.
I even told him that. It's like, if I hear a gunshot or shouted, I'm going back to my truck. And I'm going around it. I'm avoiding all of it.
Yeah.
I get closer. I see a few cops with guns. I left it alone, and I see a state trooper in his car holding an assault rifle, just hanging out, waiting. I was about to say hi. He's just like, keep walking. Like, yes, sir.
Yeah. Don't gotta tell me twice.
I'm not gonna argue for a man with a gun.
You win.
Yep. So I do this like, okay, I could do the block next to it. Okay, so I could do that, but that's the block that where this happened. I gotta skip it completely.
Yeah.
I do that. Then I go to the opposite side for the end. And as I drive, I look on my left. I see two state troopers holding snipers.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So like, and they were like getting their position themselves. They were getting ready. Like they were, I guess, like scoping out where the person is.
Yeah.
And then they walk like they run behind my truck as I was driving forward. Like they're like, go, go, go. Like, keep moving. Like, I am, don't worry. I am.
I don't want to stick around for this.
I don't know. So I was like, I should leave. So I see more cars coming. Like, I don't want to get trapped here. So I'm just gonna go.
Basically.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Yep. So I do that, and it's like on the positive side, I don't have to walk on that block in the heat.
It's true.
So that saved like a half hour being in the sun.
You gotta do it Saturday?
I did it today.
Oh, you did it today. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that happened. It's like, all right, I'll probably hear more later. Coming today. Yeah, the guy shot himself. Like, all right, lovely.
Good. Fuck that guy.
So I don't see any road close signs. It's like, I'm gonna check it out when I get there. I walked. I drive down that block. It seemed like nothing happened. Like nothing. There was like no mess, no broken anything. Like nothing happened.
They do a good job cleaning up.
Yeah, I guess so. So like, okay.
You know why? Because I bet you Hotel and Humans came.
Probably.
Hotel and Humans. That's a name drop for one of the shows I'm watching in the summer.
Yeah, I believe it. But yeah, that was a fun 2 days.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about any of that with financial auditing.
Yep. But yeah, it was like a domestic abuse turned to a hostage situation.
That just
And turned into this.
How fucking imbalanced so many motherfuckers in the world are. It's so wild.
It's Vegas.
Vegas.
That's what we call it. We call it Run Vegas. There's drugs. There's racists. There's shootings.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so I picked the worst town to transfer to.
The only thing that's ever happened on my block is there was a house, and it must have been a drug house because they had the whole they had several sheriffs. I was coming into my home. I went to I forget where the fuck I went. I think I went to go get some food. I came back and there were two sheriffs, and they had their gun. They had their hands on their hips, just staring me down as I'm like, I live here. I'm not drunk. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just going to my house, bro. And they're just staring me down with their hands on their hips. And I'm like, all right. And as I get closer to my house, I back in, and there was another sheriff there just grilling me down. Like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm like, I live here. And as I look down the street, there's some cops, and I'm like, okay, cool. There's a lot of cops by probably 6 houses down. I'm like, okay, something's going on, cool. So I parked my car. I kind of poked my head out, but I didn't want to make myself seem too out there. So I went back inside. I went back out a few hours later, and I saw there was a ATF there, and they were coming out with boxes of what I presume is evidence of some description. And so I don't know what happened. Couldn't tell you. Not sure. But yeah, that's not the closest thing I've seen to something like that.
Excuse me. But yeah, that is our life. All these crazy situations.
We're normal too, guys.
We are. We're sane.
Yes. We're not perfect.
Yeah, no, we're not. But we do have a lot of shows that wrapped up today, thankfully, which makes next week a little bit easier on us.
Think next week is only one, not 1, 2, 3.
I would say maybe 5 or 6.
Bro. 3, because we got 3 finales, and then we have
some that are continuing.
You have the penultimate of Diaries, and then you have Summer Pockets, and then Demon Hunter doesn't come back for another almost 3 weeks. So
did it say that?
Yeah, it says for me, episode 14 is in 18 days, as it currently stands as we record.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We got Ladies Modesty tomorrow. We got Vigilantes. I got Lazarus.
And then Kowloon Saturday. Vigilantes is Monday for me. Yep. And then we have Pockets to review and the penultimate of Diaries, and then I have episode 13 of Witch Watch. So I'll have 2.
And, I probably have Anne. I probably have Hero X. But no, next week will be pretty light. Then when we come back, we'll do our awards.
We should, not for nothing. In theory, we could get away with doing a back-to-back recording session. If we have 5.
Well, Apothecary ends July 4th. That's the problem.
Yeah. All right. Never mind. I was gonna be like, let's just get it out the way now. Fuck. Honestly, I was gonna say, let's get it out the way next week. We could do the 5 reviews, and then we do our awards, and then the following day we do a top 10. Make that short.
Yeah, we can see if they're up for that.
Either way, throwing it out there.
We'll try that. But let's get to a few quick news first before we do anything.
Yeah.
The Demon King's Daughter is Too Kind is getting a TV anime in 2026. Demon King Aharen has a problem. His daughter Do loves everyone. Consequently, Aharen had to halt his invasion of the world in a worry that his daughter's behavior is not one befitting someone of her kind. She loves making friends, helping others, and bringing happiness to all creatures, including their enemies, the humans. Aharen, however, congratulates Doe for her good deeds instead of scolding her. With the help of his aide, Jahe, who is assigned as Doe's master, the two try to get rid of her kind-hearted nature so that the Demon King's daughter goes from cute, adorable, and nice little girl to an inhuman, cruel, and twisty little demon. I'm probably going to skip that one.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. The Daily Lives of Torture Part-Time Job gets a TV anime in winter 2026. This is a world where killing and torture are legalized. Sero, a part-time worker at a torture company, enjoys torturing people every day with his senior colleague Siu. With the addition of new part-timers, Mike and Hugh, fun torture life continues. The gap between
Fun torture life.
Yes. The gap between the at-home, easygoing workplace and the gruesome torture is bound to attract lots of addicts. I'm kind of curious.
That's something up your alley as one
probably
of your kinks. One of your kinks is going to be so happy somehow.
Yeah, the sadist in me.
Yes.
I might give that a 3-episode rule.
I might too.
Moving on. Vinland Saga's final chapter is next month. God damn it.
You know what's speaking of Vinland Saga, my nephew hit me up. He's like, "Have you ever seen Vinland Saga?" And I said, "No," but my co-host, he swears by it. And he's like, "I'm about to drop it." He's like, "I'm up to episode 7. It's just the same shit." And I was like, "Well, there's action in season 1. From what I know, there's a lot of action in season 1, and season 2 is very much story driven. It's a slow burn anime, so if you really stick through it, you'll get a lot of good story from it. But it's not effectively known as an action.
It's not.
It's not. So that's what you're looking for. You might not find it. And he's just like, okay.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
So go watch your action shonens.
Yeah, I was like, what made you watch it? He's like, I saw some cool edits on TikTok. I'm like, oh, okay.
Alrighty. From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman is getting a season 2 next year.
Okay.
Kaguya Love is War is getting a TV special.
Yay!
Not a season 4, a TV special.
It'll lead into a season 4.
Because this is what they're focusing on is near the end of the manga, so I don't know.
Is it original?
No. This happens. So I don't know what they're doing.
Probably it's going to be like a TV special, probably like maybe like 1 or 2 episodes that they felt like if they would have added it to the season, it wouldn't have like linearly made sense or would have made the season too long.
We'll see.
So they made it like an OVA.
It's an official sequel. We just don't know what chapters, but just judging by the photo, seems like it's something that happens near the end of the manga. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I put it on my watch list the other day. Where is it? Here it is. Kaguya-sama Otona e no Kaidan. TV special. It looks like they're going on a trip of some description. Based off the picture. It's a plane.
Yeah, I'm not going to say more. But moving on. Ranma Half. Season 2 is official for fall 2025. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Ao Aoshi ends his 10-year serialization with their final chapter. Recently came out. So 410 chapters.
They said chapter 220 for Kaguya. Probably chapter 220. And this is the comment is if I had to guess, they're adapting that chapter.
It's about where they fucked.
They have sex?
Oh shit! Yeah.
What?
They did. But you do
What?
that. But you do that.
No. I didn't.
Yeah, they did.
God damn it! Now I got to go on the Google machine.
But that is it for the news.
Where is the Google machine? Let's go with this one.
But while you're googling, I believe you have some reviews.
Chapter 220. What happens in chapter 220?
Yeah. If you're looking for AEW, that's not till later. This is the anime part.
Dirt Sheet Radio.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's what do I have? What do I have? We'll start off with Witch Watch since that's not a finale or a penultimate.
Yeah, do those.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so actually you're right. I have 4 finales. All right, we'll start with Witch Watch. With episode 13 of Witch Watch was pretty episode 12 of Witch Watch was relatively solid. Basically, we get the battle with Moy and Khan against the witch, and basically we find out that the witch the witch possesses one of the like dogs, which is like the possessed people. So she possesses one of them, and Moy and Khan are able to easily kind of defeat it. And we see that the witch, instead of being a full-grown witch, pops out, and it's Chibi Witch. And they easily capture the Chibi Witch. And meanwhile, Moy and Kago, sorry, are fighting back and forth. It's a really tense battle, and basically the rest of the gang joins them. But basically it's a one-on-one battle when it's all said and done, because Moy at this, sorry, not Moy, Nico at this stage, I don't know why I said Moy and kind of Nico. I meant to say Nico. Nico is out of magical power, and of course the other witch is captured for Kago's side. So it's a 1v1 battle, and basically Moy uses his smarts and his superior fighting skills and is able to basically take down Kago. And as they basically talk no Jitsu the witch into revealing who's the grand plotter for this entire sequence, there's some sort of seal that nobody knew about with the witch, and the witch grows back to size and immediately basically evaporates in front of their eyes. This breaks the pact, because there is a pact from the previous episode with the witch, and so Kago is able to return to normal. He still has werewolf powers, but he's no longer under the witch's control or bound to the witch, since the witch is dead. And that's basically that. And we find out basically Nico wants to help out Kago, because obviously Kago made the pact with the witch to do something. And we find out that Kago, I think 2 episodes back, mentions like, oh, I had an injury because of a car accident, and that's why I don't figure skate anymore. No, he come to find out his injury's fine, and he doesn't figure skate because he doesn't want his werewolf powers to go out of control for whatever the fuck reason. Don't know why they would go out of control figure skating, but he's scared of that, so that is what it is. But we do see there is an actual injury rather. His mother ends up being crippled from the waist down because of the injury. So Nico gives her like secret potion, because all witches are allowed one potion in their lifetime that they're able to heal anything, even like near death. They're able to completely heal and be back to normal. And she gives it over to Kago, and Kago uses it on his mother, and his mother recovers. She's no longer crippled. And basically, that's that. As a thank you, she cooks them a meal. Kago's indebted to them, so Kago's now officially part of the squad. So much so that once Kago's mom was healed, she's like, okay, cool. Fuck this house. Fuck you. Fuck Japan. I'm going overseas. You stay with Moy. So she literally talked to Moy. Moy agreed, and she dumped her son, who's been taking care of her all these years, so she could go travel overseas. And the episode ends with Kago officially moving into Moy's house, and he's got all these, he's all fussy. He's like, yeah, I play loud music, and blah 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 blah. I like this thing. Like he's just being the ultimate like shitty house guest. But everybody's happy that he moved in, and his mom is like, yep, I'm out. I'm healed. I can move. Yay! I'm not crippled. And that's that. So it is what it is on that. The funniest part was his mom saying, fuck you, I'm out. Bye. All right, so I'm gonna start off with killing slimes, because it's the shittiest one of the 4 that I have for finales. Killing Slimes, the finale is basically them doing a rehash of season 1 with the tea house, the witch's house, and everybody comes, they have a good time, they have this like dance like festival thing, and everybody partakes in it, kind of sorta. We see all the characters from both seasons in various forms make appearances throughout this final episode, and everybody's happily ever after. That's literally the entire episode.
Don't worry, my last review is going to be just as short when I talk about it.
Yeah, so minimal 3 stars. I grew out of this anime. When I first watched this anime back during the pandemic, I was really cute. It was different for me because I wasn't watching slow burn, slice of life anime like this. I thought it was really cool that you have this overpowered witch. And that's what I really thought when it said, the title of the show, I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my power level. You would think there'd be like some fighting or something where she uses her powers a lot. Like, no, this is really like a world building show where there's nothing but women and girls and they all build a happy family. And I just grew out of it. This was such a chore to watch because nothing except for the penultimate episode where she fucking exceeded her max power and now she's officially like god level. Like, I thought that was cool, but nothing of note happened. But somehow that's expected from this show, so that's why it's a minimal 3. But I didn't enjoy this at all. I did not. This was very just whatever, blah. Moving on. Next we'll go with Takamine. Takamine-san. I ended up having to binge this. I binged the last 3 episodes, but I'll only give the finale. The finale basically sees them. They are finishing up the open house for the cultural festival, and we see some plenty of sexual moments, including Takamine having to do some like pirouette thing to get her panties back on fully because she takes off her panties to revert time and to reverse one of Shirota's fuck ups. And basically, when he's in the middle of putting them on her, she's called and summoned, so she doesn't get a chance. He doesn't get a chance to pull them up to her ass all the way, so they're like kind of down. And then something is about to happen, so she lunges to like protect a piece of the set. And while she lunges, she does these weird like pirouette like gymnastics thing to like strengthen her core to like lift her panties up to her ass on her own. And that's that. And so the rest of the episode, I might have been giving you the penultimate for that piece, but in any case, they go through with the festival. The festival, I don't think has been recapped, but basically they're going to be doing Cinderella, and they do the story of Cinderella and Takamine Cinderella, and they had like the class playboy who loves her, low key, and it turns into high key later on, but he ends up being the prince, and he ends up getting truck-cooned. He's not dead, but he gets truck-cooned, so he's bleeding out. He's got a broken arm. He's got a broken leg. He's walking on a crutch. He's bleeding out, throwing up blood. And they're like, "Shit, we need a what's it called? We need a prince. Who's gonna be the prince?" And so, what's it called? Shirota is basically filled in to be the prince. And from there, we get more hilarity. Basically, he goes on stage for his lines. Takamine is doing fantastic, and he just flubs. He can't remember shit. He gets stage fright, and Takamine pulls her panties down again so she can revert time. Takamine yells at him basically to get his act together. Don't quit fucking me up. There's no reverse. Da 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 da. And she has like a solo singing part, and the lights go dim, and so she shoves Shirota under her dress. And she's dancing and singing, and his face is full face to ass cheek on her, sticking that close while he's trying to put the panties on her. And that's fucking funny. But eventually his lines come up. He doesn't flub up the second time. Things are going swimmingly. And all of a sudden, right at the apex of Cinderella, where she puts on the glass slipper and they discover it's her, the prince goes with her happily ever after. The old what's it called? Prince who got truck-cooned comes out and was like, "He's an imposter prince. He took my spot so he can touch her feet. I want to touch her feet. I want to put my hands all over her feet." And everyone's like, "Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you?" They're like, "What in the fuck?" And so the stagehands on the side are like, "He went crazy for her feet. Improvise, improvise, improvise." So Shirota and Takamine improvise, and the crowd goes wild. And as part of the improvisation, Takamine kisses Shirota, and the crowd goes wild. They go crazy, and they walk off. They run off stage after Shirota delivers like a very lovely, like impromptu line, and it makes all the girls squeal. And he runs off with Takamine, and the stage goes really well. And then we get to the finale of the season, which is basically them after the cultural festival. They have like a little dance or whatever, and you basically see Shirota and Takamine affirm their like friendship and their closet like contractual agreement. There's almost a confession, but no confession is had, which sets up a season 2 for that instance. So I was thoroughly entertained. This was 100% a guilty pleasure of mine. I love the hell out of all the nudity and the sexually suggestive scenes. Would have been nice if they had sex or gotten together. Neither happened, but that's okay. I got plenty of nice pictures of all the nudity, so that's good enough for me. The one downside is the fact that the delays happen. Crunchyroll should never, ever, ever, ever have any sort of like 18 plus anime unless it's like gory. If anything with sexualization, they should never touch that. Leave it to
High Dive.
Give it to High Dive, please. The delays, at least on several episodes, on I think 2 or 3 episodes that lasted up to 2 weeks a piece at a time, definitely killed some of my interest for it. But overall, I enjoyed the show. It was very fun, guilty pleasure. So I give it a 3.5 out of 5. All right, moving on. What do I have left? I have Boy Girl and Fire Force. We'll go with Boy Girl Friendship. Boy Girl Friendship was a little bit frustrating. Basically, we get the scene where Himari is going to go over to Tokyo because they lost the bet. And we have basically, what's her face? Rion, right? And Amoto basically talks to Makishima and was like, I don't want to win this way. Can you do something about this? Like, let them be together and such. And Makishima is like, I worked so hard to build this so you have a chance to win. And she's like, yeah, I just don't want to win this way. She's like, son of a bitch. All right, fine. But I'm never going to help you again. And she's like, I didn't want your help to begin with. The fuck, bro? So they end up reversing course. He ends up talking to Yu. Yu ends up running from the school all the way to the train station. And Amoto talks to Himari, makes her cry. They have this nice moment together. And then we see basically Yu and Himari, they talk, they confirm like their feelings for each other. They're about to kiss. And then we see the sister come in, and Amoto's sister come in, Kureha, and was like, yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about this. You owe me a debt. We're going to Tokyo. So get your shit. Fuck your man. Let's go. We're out. And all of a sudden we see Hibari and we see Makishime come up. And basically what happened is Makishime borrowed a shit ton of money from Hibari, throws the money at Kureha, and was like, here's your debt. It's paid. I'm paying it on behalf of Himari. Go fuck off. And Hibari comes in and was like, just he says some line. And Kureha basically did all of this for her own personal shits and giggles. She's like, she goes to Hibari's car after he pulls up and proceeds to kick the dog shit out of his car, denting his car, and was like, you always ruin my fun. Why won't you let me have fun? I'm getting in your car. Take me somewhere where I can really let you have it. AKA have angry sex, probably. And so she gets in the car. They fuck off. Makishime is like, like, you owe me, da-da-da-da. Oh, and Hibari, not to mention, Hibari gets out of the car, collects all the money because the bitch doesn't want the money, gets back in the car with the money, and then they drive off. So this was all just a giant fucking stunt that was worthless. In essence, this was all done just so Himari and Yu could get together and affirm their feelings, and he can conscientiously do a better job at his little side craft of doing the flower accessories. And that's pretty much it. You have a moment where they're about to kiss again. They're close. They love each other, and then the season ends with them on a bench. They're eating cookies as a foursome and having a gay old time. And the more that I just described that finale, the more I am downgrading this show. This is now here. I'm putting it here. All right, I'm put that there. You know what's been happening this week?
But
Unrelated. Vigilantes has gone up on my list by default.
you took it off?
No, it's been going up by default.
Oh, okay.
It's been going up on my list by default because I only have 12 full anime, 13 total.
Gotcha. Okay.
This season sucks. Last but not least, Fire Force. Sorry. The more I talked about it, the more I was like, whatever. 3.5. It was fun. It was fun. I'll get more into like the overarching details of the show in the finale, but 3.5. It was what it was. Okay. Moving on, Fire Force. Fire Force season finale was pretty damn fantastic. I just literally finished this not too long ago. Literally about less than an hour ago, I'd say. I finished it off. Let me find my review because it's actually what the fuck? Where is Fire Force? That's 300 slimes. That's Shiunji. That's Shoshimin. That's Kowloon. Here's Fire Force. Meets Geta. All right, Fire Force season finale. So the main highlights of the season finale. Kurono manages to defeat the gargoyle, the giant gargoyle that's guarding the pillar. As he does that, the pillar begins to turn black, and at the command of Fairy, it starts to erupt, spewing black ash and smoke and stuff everywhere. Fairy, for his part, we get a decent battle between him and Sho. So basically, White Clad versus White Clad, and they kind of go to a draw, and it is what it is. Fairy fucks off, and then eventually Sho fucks off. Sho manages to rescue Shinra, and then as Ogun comes over to try and like talk to Shinra, what's his face? Sho just flat disappears. Shinra is in a coma still, right? He's still unconscious. While all this is happening with the fight and then the ash and then everything going on, Iris is watching from Amakusa, right? And she gets an Adela burst. So she gets an Adela burst and she immediately leaves the group to go pray. As she prays, she opens her eyes. When she's done praying, her eyes glow blue. So she's starting to feel what Chris had revealed to me as a spoiler a few weeks ago, that she's the final pillar. Spoiler alert. She's starting to feel that. And we get further confirmation as she's praying. We see the White Clad that I forget his name, but he's known as the White Clad that has no pillar to protect. And we find out his story. Basically, after the Great Cataclysm happened 250 years in the past, when it was all done, he went searching for a pillar. He found his pillar. The pillar, it looks to be a descendant of Iris. He goes to try and touch the pillar. He can't touch the pillar. That's who he's meant to protect. And so what he does is he takes the girl to a convoy of survivors. The leader of the convoy is Raffles, who everyone in the country knows as the progenitor of the Soul Temple religion. And basically we see him kill Raffles and take over his image. So basically he manipulated Raffles and was Raffles to start the religion, because he basically was like, humans are stupid. They love fantasy tales. You give them a good fantasy tale, especially in times of desperation and depression and nothingness, they will bite into it more than not. So he's manipulated this entire religion to get to this point, basically, in like Tokyo and Japan's society in that point, which is really interesting. Right. Meanwhile, while all this is happening, again, Shinra is unconscious, and Shinra establishes an Adela burst with Inka. And he's like, why the fuck do I have an Adela burst with you? And, she's like, well, I need you to do something for me. She's like, you can go back in the past. And he's like, I can do that? And she's like, yeah, sure you can. You use your light speed, and you go back into the past. And she's like, I can't see the past, but I can see the future. The future says, you're going to do that right now. And the future also says you're going to fall in love with me. And he's like, no future can tell you the signs of love. Get the fuck out of here. But instinctively, he goes back to the past. He takes Inka with him to the past, specifically in the past to 250 years ago, prior to the Great Cataclysm. And Shinra sees Japan as it was 250 years ago and they're black and white images, really well done, really well crafted, of what Tokyo looks like today. Normal society, literally, as of like 2020, like the 2020s. So he's looking at Tokyo as it stands today, which is 250 years in the past for him. And he feels sick. He's like fascinated. He's like, I'm in like this. It's basically like, think of when you're tripping dicks and you go to like, you feel like you're in another dimension. That's Shinra. Shinra is tripping dicks right now in the past. And eventually he wakes up and his hair color is different. He's strapped to a gurney of some description or a bed. And he's, the news is on. And when the news plays, he's like, the news says it's been 3 months since the last, since the first pillar happened. They're up to pillar 5. So he traveled all the way to the past, 250 years prior to the Great Cataclysm, at pillar number 5 of 8. And that's where the season ends.
Until January.
Until January, yeah. Until part 2 in January.
How'd you feel about part 1?
I like part 1 a lot. I see a lot of discourse with online with like people that didn't like it, and I don't know why people like, they're like, oh, it was all over the place. It had no direction. It was confusing. It wasn't as cool as the other ones. Like da 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 da. Like I thought this first half answered so many questions. It's doing a good job, in my opinion, of tying the story out. All the questions we had, they're starting to slowly answer and do reveals. We're building a good pace to a really solid climax, I hope. Although I hear the Fire Force like finale is like okay, it's not like tremendous. But so far it's building a really good pace as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave it a really solid 4 stars. I gave it like a 4.5. It wasn't like, oh my god, the most amazing thing ever, but I enjoyed it very, very much. The action's there. The animation is stupendous. Musical composition is the same. Like I enjoyed the hell out of it. I can't wait till part 2 in January. So yeah, part 1 gets a solid 4.5 as far as I'm concerned.
All right, very good. All right, first up, I'm going to do Lazarus. This one's going to be pretty quick because only these few things happen. One, humanity dies tomorrow. Still no Skinner. Still Skinner. Axel is in the hospital after his injuries. He talks to Christine about what happened. Like he explains about his necklace, and pretty much Schneider and his little crew are trying to kill Axel and stop Lazarus from exposing their experiments rather than saving people. They're not about humanity.
Fuck humanity.
Pretty much, yeah. Doug and Elena, they're both alive as well after Doug getting hit by a car and Elena collapsing. Popcorn Elena, like they're able to help out fighting Skinner, and you're not gonna believe where he is.
In the girls' bathroom.
No, he's basically near the Lazarus headquarters. So like a few minutes away. I believe someone pointed this out. He was at the homeless village.
So he's been under their nose the entire time.
In like episode 3. So Doug, Elena, Popcorn, they're basically leaving Pakistan to go over there. Christine gave Axel a kiss just in case, that they don't make it. Just, hey, I kind of like you.
I love you. I love you.
But I know Axel learned to, actually kind of have friends because, again, he was experimenting on younger. So he kind of like kept distance from everyone. So basically, I'm going to predict, they're going to find Skinner at this place. They're going to go, yeah, humanity's flawed and stumbles, but also have the capacity for great things. So yes, humanity is worth saving. And he'll give them the cure.
Not by much.
That's what I think will happen. We'll see. But yeah, that was my review of it. That's what happened next.
So they got the cure. Everybody lives happily ever after.
That's what's pretty much more or less going to happen. Yeah.
Oh, it's not over yet.
No, the finale is next episode.
Ah.
Okay, To Be Hero X. A year passed since the last tournament. Who was gonna be Hero X? Queen was kind of like self-sulking because she finally lost to someone as I guess the guy that no one knows who the fuck he is. So, but nah, she kind of came through because this whole phase culminated went during Lucky Cyan's arc. So like her comments and all that, her stuff about the plane crash is coming out. Boa, she gets corrupted because she's getting pissed off after she lost the #1 spot. She really hasn't been getting anything. Working out, she's getting mad. She blames Queen. Like, it's all your fault. You planned all of this type of thing. You cheated. Even though she lost also. But Queen eventually finally snaps out of it. She thanks Lucky Cyan, like it was your son that helped me. And the day before the next year's tournament comes around, Queen saves a couple of people, and Boa finds Queen, and Boa fights her, like beats the shit out of her.
Hell yeah.
They're like, no, we're not doing that. Like, oh, we're gonna fight now, basically.
Hell yeah, boy.
I'm not gonna wait for ranked matches. Really cool fight, nicely done. Queen's trying to make Boa snap out of it. Eventually she does, because she was also confused, like why, like she lost so many trust value. Why is she getting stronger? It's her rage thing, really. That's making her get that strength. But Queen was able to barely make it out alive. Delivers that blow to Boa. Boa's knocked out, and Queen's unconscious. He wakes up from the hospital. Queen immediately starts unplugging stuff from the hospital. Like, I gotta go. I got the match. I got the tournament. I had to do that. They're like, it's already over. You've been passed out for like 3 days or so. The ranked match is over. X won again. So X is #1 again. Because she wants to figure out who this man is, what's his power, and because again, there's still nothing. He didn't show up in this episode, which is fine. We didn't need that, but Lucky Cyan was able to tell Queen, like, it's okay. So next time, I'm glad you're alive. So she just accepted it. She's recuperating. Takes about a couple of months. And it gets called to the office, and it's take an actual legitimate vacation instead of just rehabbing. So she's kind of like pissed off about it, but Lucky Cyan is actually going with her on this vacation. So she kind of calms down a bit, like, yeah, I guess you're right, type of thing. Like I will find that guy. And as they are driving this car, they see a villain fucking shit up in the desert. And that's where the cliffhanger ends. So it's either they're going to go to Newark or they're going to go to that fight next episode.
And that's the finale.
We are at the halfway point. I give it a 4.25.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the arcs. It's just the cliffhangers on certain arcs with no answer yet. Is like, I want that answer.
Okay.
But animation's great. I love the soundtrack. I love the heroes. I love the back and forth with the 3D and 2D. They do it very well. But like these last 2 arcs were just straight up 2D, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the balance of how they do both when they do mix them.
So 4.5. That would have made your top 5.
It would be. Well, I gave it 4.25, but it would have been top 5. I would give it a top 5 spot.
Okay.
Next up, Anne Shirley. Marilla adopted 2 kids. And hold on, let me get their names. I know it starts with like a D.
Why you do that? If I would have put Witch Watch in there, I would have made it 6. Since I guess I'm at the halfway point of Witch Watch.
Wait, what?
Actually, I lied. I would have made it 7. Witch Watch.
But it's Dora and Davy. They're the Keefe siblings. And thrilled about it. Gets to basically be like the bigger sister to these two kids.
Yeah.
Dora's nice. Davy is a piece of shit. Well, then again, he's a brat. He's like, goes soon 5.
Oh God. The type of kids I
So
hate.
he's like that. He's like in that bratty phase,
Oh,
giving
God.
Marilla a hard time, being mischievous, even mistreating his own sister.
Mm.
I got to the point where he made Dora go missing, and he's playing dumb while Marilla and Anne are just what you call it. Then I look all over the town and all this.
Mm.
And Davy, like the little shit that he is, goes, check the well.
Wow.
Like, yeah, she might be there. She might have fallen in. She's
So
not
you-
in there. She's not in
Sound-
there.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, did he put the kid in the well? Because then
No. He locked her in someone's barn.
So he still should be truckooned.
Oh yeah, no, get definitely lashes with the wet noodle.
Mm.
And also, but before that though, like it was all Davey kind of got pissed off at Anne because Anne talked about like how her students in school behave because she's a teacher.
Mm.
They're all well behaved, and Davey's like, "Why should I be a gentleman now? Like my real parents were like this. Like I worry about that when I'm grown up. Who cares about now?
You're not my real dad.
Well, there's no dad because Matthew's dead, but
He did. There's no real dad.
yeah, he's still dead. So just so
You're
it was
not
an older
real.
sister and a mom. But basically, Davey's like, oh, so it's like it's funny, right? It's all fun, and just kind of gave him that. Just really like, no, it's actually very fucking bad. You're an asshole. Basically, it's not a prank. It's not funny. So he's like, oh. So he starts doing the sob, I'm sorry type of thing.
That's what you teach a kid at 5 years old. That I'm sorry doesn't help you.
I know. Hopefully he learns. Probably not. Or maybe it'll be small doses. But we'll see. This is the halfway point of this. But I'm glad Anne was able to step up to basically put Davey central in his place, even if it didn't involve physical violence, like no spanking or anything like that.
Oh,
I know. But
This is
she
why
wasn't raised. She wasn't raised like that. So
this is why you should hit your children.
this is why. Yeah, this is why. And he should be a PSA for. It's never too late to abort.
That's also true. That isn't.
I gave it a solid 4. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. I can't wait for the second half. I get people who are complaining about pacing compared to the older series. You know what? I can't go on it because I haven't seen it. I'm just seeing, judging by what I'm seeing now, I definitely like it a lot.
Okay.
So, it could have been. I probably would have put it at 6 in my top 10 if it finished.
Okay.
So not a bad spot.
No.
But no, it's fun. It's a nice slice of life drama. All right, now to some finales.
All right.
Aharen-san.
All right.
We got a time skip. Grandma Aharen. Also, we get at the beginning of it, we see a Rhino as like a property inspector, but it was for a movie because apparently he's an actor. He's a writer. You've been doing various things basically.
Okay.
So you know what? Good for you, man. But yeah, Aharon's granddaughter comes up to her in her art studio. Basically, how do they fall in love type of thing. Like they go like, what's grandpa like? And we go back. Rhino is an assistant teacher after college. He steps up for Tobara Sensei after her little nosebleed type of thing.
Mm.
So they're like, oh, like it's good to have you back type of thing. And surprise visit from Aharen because they haven't seen each other since they graduated high school.
Aww.
So she's like, oh yeah, like I heard you're coming here, so I want to surprise you because I'm going to be an art teacher here too. and they talked about how a promise they made towards each other, which we'll get to in a bit, because they go to the graduation, and Aharen writes Raido a letter. It was a breakup letter. Like, she wanted to break up with him.
Ooh.
Because she felt like, because look at Raido's great at all this stuff, even though he doesn't know what he wants to do yet. Like, you're going to meet a lot of amazing people. Like, why am I, like, you could do a lot better than me type of thing. She actually emotes more, actually crying. And Raido says, like, no, I love you. Like, I'm going to tell you how I feel. No, I don't want to break up with you. And like I said, like, yeah, we're going to go separate ways, but I'm never going to forget each other. And let's promise, if we ever meet up again, and he actually gets down on one knee, if we still have these feelings for each other, let's get married.
It's kind of like a breakup still.
I said they didn't break up because basically she was thinking they weren't going to see each other again.
Did he give her a promise ring?
They gave her something.
Oh. Did they really?
Well, now they have grandchildren, so yes.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's right. Time skip. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So they're not breaking. They're not breaking up. She said yes to the proposal. They focus on their studies. We see a glimpse of their wedding. Really nice. And the granddaughter is like, so where's Raido now? She's like looking up in the sky, like thinking he's dead. Like what? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Hmm.
But no, he's actually in outer space. He's in Mars.
The fuck? How do you
No, because he wrote a book like about space.
Elon Musk?
Yes. He's Musk, but likable.
He must have met Elon Musk, because holy shit.
No, like, yeah, because he wrote a book about space type of thing, and like, hey, you want to come to Mars? So even Raido said to Aharen, like, hey, it's gonna be a couple of years. You okay with me going? It's like, you supported me for everything, so you know, go ahead. Just promise that you'll come back to me. He will. Raido's got a mustache now as a grandfather.
No.
Yep. So he says beautiful and all this. He's thinking about Aharen. And then Aharen tells her granddaughter, like, all right, you can go home now. I already told you everything. He's like, no. What made you fall in love with him? How did it start? So we kind of go to like episode 1 from season 1.
Mm.
And like, you know, like she said, they introduce themselves. Raido's next to her. And she keeps thinking, like, oh, he's probably annoying me type of thing. But Raido keeps talking to her. And that kind of made her heart go doki doki, basically. It's nice. I give it 3.5.
It doesn't sound like I missed much, to be frank.
Since you weren't too crazy about it, no. But I definitely gave it a couple of words.
All right.
But no, overall, though, it was nice. All right, now let's go with Evil Lord of Intergalactic Empire. Liam defeated the pirates. They got a lot of wealth. And they get a surprise visit from his parents and grandparents.
Ooh.
Because, like, hey, you got money.
Oh, God.
You're doing successful, all that money. Also, your robot maid, get rid of her. Like, why is she here? How dare you insult us by bringing her here? And as the Magi's about to leave, Liam, pissed off, goes, no, you're staying. You 4, leave. He tells his family to leave.
Good.
Like, no, like, you're here because the father's like, oh, yeah, you know, I want an increase in our allowance. You're doing such a good job. Like,
Kill
no.
them.
Basically,
Kill
no,
them.
get out. Basically, get out, stay out. And they're all like, this ungrateful shit.
You fucking selfish fucking bitches.
Yeah, but so Amagi suggests, like, you know, how about this? How about we give them a little more under the condition they leave you alone, you don't pay them ever again. And he's like, you know what? That's a good idea. We'll give them that offer. Because I don't want to pay them every month for them doing nothing. because they're shitty with their finances, and the reason why their planet is so shitty is because of them. So they see the proposal, and they were thinking about it until the guide's like, you know what, let's make you guys have negative energy. You want to kill him. You want to get rid of him. You want to get rid of your son. And of course, Amagi overheard it through the door.
Oh God.
So while Liam is doing the ceremony for, like actually doing good for the planet,
Captain.
you see the parents and the grandparents talking to like the prime minister type of thing. Like, what do you mean we can't get rid of him? It's like, no, we're thriving because of him. If we give it back to you, we're going to be back where we were. And guess what? The people like Liam too. They don't like you guys.
Fuck off.
So basically, Amagi told the prime minister, and the prime minister is basically telling them, like, hey, no, get out. You're not going to use this money to hire assassins to kill your child. You're not doing any of this. Leave and don't come back. So they actually do leave. Amagi's talking to the prime minister, and the prime minister's like, for a fucking AI, you're not bad, because AIs are still hated in this world. So Amagi and Liam, they're by themselves for a bit. He was talking about Amagi about the party. There's like this pan party. He doesn't really explain it, just how he's expressing it. It's kind of funny, and she's just like, "That's nice. Like, that's nice. That's good." Type of thing.
Good story, bro.
I'm actually just happy to see him happy. And he's like, "You're going to be of age soon. You're going to be 50." Because aging is a lot different. So you're 40, but you still look like you're 16. 50 is adulthood.
Okay.
So she's like, "All right, I think it's time I take my leave." So Liam's like, oh, "Okay, so you're on vacation. Yeah, I get it. Rest up." And she's like, "No, like, we're good." And he's like, "What?"
Nani?
Like, he's like upset. Like, what do you mean? Like, no, because the longer I'm around you, the more in danger you're going to be. Because again, AIs are still looked down upon, and if they're going to kill you because of me, I can't be associated with you. As I said, as one of your laws, I can't serve you. I can't be with you if you're put in danger. If I'm the one putting you in danger, I can't be with you. And he's like, "Well, law 2, like, you can't disobey an order, so please stay." But it goes back to order 1. And then Liam actually talks to Amagi like, "What do you want? Like, what do you actually like? Like, fuck logic. What do you want?" And she thought, like, I thought about it a lot. The more I thought about leaving you, it got to the point where, like, my processors are overloaded. Like,
She's in love.
yeah, actually, like, she actually started, like, legit crying a little bit. Like, you see tears slowing down.
That's weird.
And he's like, it would actually make me very upset. And Liam's just like, "Well, if you leave, my life's in shambles. I'm going to be drinking. I'm not going to care about being an emperor. So, like, you're putting me at risk by leaving." And she's like, "All right, we can't have that now, can we?" So she's staying with him. And he's like laying his head on her chest, type of thing. So if the guide saw this to make him feel despair, just go after the robot maid. That's all he had to do. He didn't do any of that. Well, but the happy ending, you see the credits roll, and the guide is like looking at far, is like, don't do it. And you hear like, "Thank you," because he's feeling great. Like, "I'm grateful for you." And this made the guy kind of like, "No," because if he gets positive energy, he gets weak. So that's like "You're killing me," type of thing. "You're killing me. Stop taking me. Stop pecking me."
It's kryptonite.
Yeah, basically. I give it 3.5. It's essentially guilty pleasure. It's a guilty pleasure.
Not the hentai, but this.
Yeah, the hentai is a 2.
Damn.
Yeah. So far, it might be my worst for the year.
You should have watched mine.
I probably should have, but
Well, you would have gotten at least a legitimate love story out of it.
Yeah. So instead of red pill, incel, sex is gross, yet I have wet dreams of you.
Yeah.
It's sad. A higher rated ecchi does less than a regular uncensored Takamine-san.
Yeah.
That's just sad.
Hey, Inukai, the shit.
I'm saying, like, yeah, it's a lower rating, but it still did shit.
Yeah, you got plot progression and not just plot.
Yeah, and with Lovebot, it's just you got the ecchi, but the fucking guy can't fix her properly, and she doesn't know what sex is, and he just sex is gross. That's all of it. It's like I don't care. That's annoying. Fuck the robot or get out.
It's the worst of Japan.
Yes. All right, now Gundam Gquuuuux.
All right.
This before someone described it the best way anyone could. It's not a full review. It's both peak and ass at the same time.
Peak ass.
Peak and ass.
Mm.
Like it's peak because all the nostalgia shit. Kind of and because of the timeline we're in with Machu and all that.
Okay.
They're okay, but it's all in 12 episodes.
And ass because
No, it's asked because of the newer characters.
mm.
The altered timeline. It's cool because we get to see Char and all this. So, but Shiunji,
It sounds like nostalgia haters or nostalgia lovers being haters of like new shit.
Oh no! Old school like Gundam hates this.
Yeah,
it ain't bad. It's not the worst thing. They say it's like the worst one. Like no, it's far from the worst things.
Is it better than Witch of Mercury?
Season 2, yes. Season 1, no.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's like in that middle. But yeah, Shuji revealed his plan basically. For the Rosa Sharan for Lala. To make sure Lala gets Char, like Shuji would have to get rid of the Rose here. So Shuji calls the White Gundam, the old school original Gundam, or the White Devil, but no Amuro Ray, but Shuji piloting it. Shuji fights Char in the Red Comet Gundam, but the Red Comet Gundam is destroyed easily. And that's how it kind of is in the original. Like, the Red Comet is not strong enough against the Gundam.
Against the White Devil.
The new types fight, with how new types fight, it's crazy. But Machu is talking to Nyan, basically saying like, "Hey, we have to stop Shuji from doing this." And Shuji wants to get all this wrapped up before Lala wakes up, because almost in every timeline, Char will die. Like Char will always die, like as long as Law is around, type of thing. So basically, it's a big way to save it. I gotta kill the Lala here, and then maybe Char will live. But what you call it, Machu? She's her and Nan are fighting Shuji. Nice fight though. I will say nice fight. The White Gundam is like growing in mass. While that's going on, Lady Casilla, Char is down the Red Gundam. She's trying to kill him, but the lieutenant shoots Lady Casilla. Cassilla's dead. He's like, all right,
cool.
And then Lieutenant goes to Char, and now he's trying to kill Char. Because he said, this is how your future is with these new types. I have to stop you here, type of things.
Yeah.
And as Char defeats the lieutenant, he's not dead. He's not dead. He just immobilizes the ship. Machu, she's like doing this big blasts to Shuji, like he's charging at him. And while telepathically Shuji and Machu, like they're talking to each other, type of thing. Like he loves her. And it's like maybe you're doing this all wrong. Maybe you're not here. You're not supposed to kill anyone, type of thing. Like basically let them be, type of thing. Don't go around all these timelines trying to kill Char, because it's gonna be the same thing. Basically, let him live here. Shuji and Mashu, they share a kiss, and you see this big cosmic energy thing. As soon as the White Gundam's head gets cut off, and basically Shuji, Lala, they're all in their original timeline. They're in their alternate universe.
It was all a dream.
It's not a dream. Yeah, they're in their own timeline. They got theirs. Char, he kind of leaves like you know what? I'll do something else where it doesn't end in you trying to kill me. I ain't doing that shit. So Char leaves with the Red Gundam. So it was the Kira Kira explosion. We got our Char Lala reunion. We got Anki back in the show. Machu and Yan, they reach Earth. Nana's place where she belongs now. And it's basically and fucking Machu's like, oh, Shuji's out there somewhere. We're gonna fight him together, type of thing. But I like that you see Char hanging out with the villagers, trying to help him out, and you see the Lala, that timeline. They finally got that reunited. So I like that. They have their own happy ending somewhere. And not even though it's not the original timeline. The grading is the hard part.
The grading.
It's like
I feel like you want to give it a 2.5 and a 4.
No. I don't want to give it higher than a 4.
But
I don't know if a 4 is the right grade either.
Why isn't 3.75?
That's where I'm leaning towards. I'm sure it'll change within a week after I let it digest.
To higher or
really
lower?
think about it.
To higher or lower?
Right now, it's like a 3 3/4.
But you said it'll change after a week to a higher grade.
It could. I might give it straight up 4. It might stay the same. It's one of those, I gotta think on it. I need to give it a day to marinate.
You know what you need? It sounds like you need to hear Sean and Chris's opinion. This seems like a prime candidate for you to move it up or down. When we have our,
I also got my friend Andrew, because I've been talking to him about Gundam every week, and he loves the original like I do. So, and we're actually going to talk about it tomorrow during TNA.
Huh.
So if you want to see that, we'll be talking about it there. Yeah. I told him I would talk about it tomorrow. But I just don't it's somewhere. It's somewhere. It's fine. It's a fine finale. It's just the stuff in between is what's preventing me to give it a higher grade or not.
Speaking of TNA, this last Friday was their TNA special?
Basically, if you wanted to see it live, it was that Friday. But if you miss it, the replay is tomorrow.
Okay, I need to catch up at least on a month worth of.
Yeah.
I need to watch at least the last month of TNA before we see it live at Slammiversary. So
basically, it was just we're gonna show it to you live plus exclusive. But if you missed it, you'll see it on TV Thursday.
That's interesting that they're not doing a normal episode.
Well, it would be that episode.
They don't normally show a pay-per-view live though.
No, they did the PLEs live. This was a standard Impact. Friday was a standard Impact.
Oh, then why are they replaying a standard Impact?
Because the taping was that day. They're like, you know what? We're going to show it live for the Plus people.
Oh.
But if you don't have Plus, or if you missed it, you can see it Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, I didn't see it Friday. I know what happens
Sure.
because because they were posting about it on their fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Interesting. Speaking of TNA, before we move on, also, did you see the Hardy Boys in on the Subway Wrestling?
not yet.
No, it was pretty funny.
I gotta watch it.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely watch it then.
Speaking of wrestling, also, Ibushi right now is wrestling Trent.
Oh yeah, well you gotta give him a job, guy, just to come back to.
He looks good, Ibushi.
I did say that, like, yeah, you know what? I don't give a fuck about him lately, but he looks good.
He looks good.
So just stay healthy.
I mean, he just got the shit kicked out of him by Trent right in the fucking chest.
I mean, like, don't break your ankles.
I mean, you know,
don't look like a fat slob. Don't.
This is Ibushi's first match in what, a year?
Year and a half?
Rocky's,
yeah, his last match was January 24, I think.
Rocky's getting heat right now on Ibushi.
Hold on. You know what? Hold on, no. I'm actually gonna look. When was? Because I know he did fucking Gleech.
He did. Damn, they're kicking the dog shit out of fucking Ibushi right now.
Good.
They're kicking the piss out of him.
He broke his ankles in January of 2020.
He broke him at Noah. He definitely broke him at Noah.
Yeah, he came back to GLEAT in July of that year. Then he was wrestling a little bit for DDT, Marvelous, JTO, Japan's productions, like those one-off shows.
Mm. Did a decent
And his last match before that was February 15th, 2025.
Oh, so he's still rusty, but not as rusty as we think.
Yeah, he wrestled like 10 times since the injury.
He just kicked Trent in the stomach, or in the chest rather.
All right, let's get to our continuous course first. Then we'll do the penultimates and then the finales.
Very well, good sir.
All right, let's start with David Hunter.
A really good episode.
Decent episode. Jinya, he goes to was it Natsu and the dad?
Yeah.
Yep. Jinya sees that he's too late. Wants to fight him, but she's like, "No, that's my dad. You can't do that. You can't kill him. You can't hurt him.
It's my fucking job, woman. You want to die?"
Even though, yeah, it's too late. He can't turn back. So the demon's kicking the shit out of Jinya. Like, he doesn't want to do it because Natsu said so. Eventually, though, he goes a little bit demonic. Because you know, he's gotta be strong. He's gotta get himself stronger to fight him.
He's got to find his balls, man.
Yeah, and even like sadly, like goes like farewell, father type of thing before killing him.
Yeah, he looked at him as a father figure that he didn't have.
Yeah,
He didn't have much of, I should say.
right. And he sees Natsu there, and he's about to go up there, she's like, "Get away from me, you freak!" So that's gone. That like never. I don't want to see you again.
She's no longer wet form.
Yep. And fucking Akisu takes care of that other demon with his Thunder God.
It's pretty cool.
That was pretty. No, that's a cool design.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yep. So, what was after that? I'm sorry.
Afterwards, they after he drank it, he's all upset or whatever, and then they decided to go on a trek over to Fuji, from Kyoto to Fuji to find this miraculous spring. And they have conversation, you know, throughout the thing. And Samigoro's tired, and all of a sudden he sees these lilies. What's her name? I forget her name. The princess. I need to know her name specifically because they're named after the lilies.
The act from like the first episode, right?
Shirayuki lilies. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shirayuki. Yeah.
Shirayuki lilies, right? Snow White lilies. And it's weird because it's the dead of winter. There should be no flowers blooming, but they line themselves up to where they need to go. So Samigoro stays behind. He's exhausted, and Jinya goes over to investigate. and he sees the stream. And as he sees what's in the stream, and clothes and all, he walks into the stream. It's a dead of winter, keep in mind. I guess demons don't get colds. That is what it is. But he walks into the stream, and he picks up something from the bottom of the stream. He picks up Shirayuki's clothes. And as he looks up, there's like a spiritual phenomena that happens. She appears before him. They share a nice moment together. And in essence, she gets to tell him goodbye. And basically, her clothes were placed there because she has that regret that she didn't get to say goodbye before she was killed. So she gets to say goodbye, and eventually her clothes and everything disappear. And the stream that is basically the Yuki no Nagori dissipates, and that's really that. They return back to town, and all the Yuki Nagori that's left in town, it just turns to straight piss, just regular water, right? And and that's really the end of that story. Basically, Samegoro and Jinya, they go their separate ways.
Yeah,
and
he's going to Kyoto, right?
Yeah, no, they're in Kyoto. He's going somewhere. No, they're in Edo. That's right, they're in Edo. I think he might be going to Kyoto. You're right.
Yeah, he's like, oh, if you ever stop by, if you're in that area, come see me.
Yeah, he's like, oh, if the chance ever comes, right? He said if the situation ever requires it, is what he said.
Yeah,
but
and then,
basically they go their separate ways, and then
we
he
see
goes
the
back.
sister.
Yeah, he goes. No, well, we see the sister. I was gonna say he goes back to the shop. They have a conversation, and I think he kind of goes his separate ways from the shop as well. You would think.
Yeah, it seemed like it was a goodbye.
It seemed like it was a goodbye, because now I'm waiting for the time skip. We're waiting for the time skip basically to go back to 2010, which is where they go as. But in any case, to what Matt said, we do see the sister. The sister returns to the stream, and she's like, "Oh, even in death, you serve purpose, right? Not much purpose, but you serve purpose." And she gets upset, and she bleeds into the. There's
like gripping it, like blood's.
Yeah, she had one of the lilies in her hand, and she squeezes it, and she has the long nails, so she punctures herself. She bleeds into the stream, and yeah, basically she says, I'll be waiting for my brother, in essence.
But yeah, it's continuing into summer. Right now it's a 3.5.
Are you really? I would have given it a 4.
I wanted to. I didn't like the episodes in between.
I didn't like.
I liked the premiere. The last 2 were fine. The first arc with the demon wife that you find out that got raped. It wasn't killed by a demon. Those are the only episodes I really liked. The rest were just okay. So that's why I couldn't give it a solid 4. It might hopefully change in the second half.
I gave it a 4, and if I could rate it, I would definitely put it 6.
I would probably be like 8.
I would put it at 6 for me. By the way, just signed for Dynamite 300 next week. Ibushi versus Okada.
All right. Let's see how slow they go.
Ibushi looked pretty good against Trent.
I will probably watch it. I'll probably watch that at least.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. No, yeah. So 4, I would have put it at 6 on my list. And I don't know if it won any awards, did it?
Yeah.
What could I have counted that as? Like just shonen action?
It's I know it's supernatural, fantasy, adventure, action. I don't know if it was a shonen per se.
Nah, I mean I could have given it the thing. What did I put for shonen? I got some interesting choices that I'll talk about.
We'll get to later. But next up, Summer Pockets. For our next core.
When I want to drop it, son of a bitch, they reel me in.
Yeah, when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
I want to be done. I really want to drop this, but the last 2 episodes have been so engaging.
Yeah,
this is one of those.
Rima Sumugi's thing derailed it for me.
Yeah,
I like Kamome. Tsumugi was and I like Ao. I really like Ao.
I was my favorite. I was my favorite out of the bunch, and then Tsumugi was not needed.
Or I'm glad it was short, but at the same time, it's just like I didn't care for her character.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to drop it. I'm like, all right, if this girl is just like that one, it's done. It's done for me.
But no,
like they reeled me back in.
But no, we're finding out about these butterflies, what they actually do. Hahiri got scolded for going to the mountains. She was told us to stop going there at night. Keeps doing it anyway.
Well, why did he get scolded though?
Because she guards it, is like, don't touch the butterflies. You're not supposed to touch the butterflies. And
because he touches the butterfly, and he's literally she saves him from offing himself.
Yeah, because when that happens, a memory of someone else triggers, and now he thinks he's that person that he's thinking of. He's regrettably picked the one where the man lost his wife and children and killed himself.
Yeah, he offs himself.
And yeah, he's about to commit unalive, and then
commit unalive.
Yeah, as I was about to, she pulls him in, and she explains what they do.
She slapped him too.
Yeah, how to slap him, snap out of it.
She slapped the shit out of him.
Yeah,
tackles him. Literally, she did a better spear than Jey Uso. Certainly better than Jimmy.
I don't want to do better. He needs to stop doing the spear.
Jimmy?
Jay.
I mean, he could do it as a transition move.
He
needs an actual finish besides the splash.
Yeah, just leave the spear to Roman and Breaker.
Especially Breaker.
Yeah, oh god, that's such a good spear.
We'll see how Goldberg spears Gunther.
He's totally gonna spear him.
I know he's gonna spear him, but I mean,
I already predicted the match. like Gunther wins, he gloats, Goldberg spears him, gives him the jackhammer, Gunther's in pain, Goldberg celebrates with his kid, fans are happy. That's it.
And he goes into the Hall of Fame next year.
Yep. Well, he's already in the Hall of Fame.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's right, he is.
But yeah, that's the whole match.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So.
But anyway, back to the story.
But anyway, yeah, and now we find out why I was actually really doing this, because her sister got into a bad accident, and she. What?
Hi. No, it's her name.
No. And
I said hi to you. I said hi to you like an hour and 20 minutes ago. I said hi to you.
Who said hi?
Fucking forget it. Keep going.
Okay. But basically, like, hey, my sister got in an accident, and we're looking for the butterfly.
To restore her, because she got an accident, she's in a coma, and in order to get her out of the coma, we need the butterfly. And the reason
maybe Harry could buy Kamome's butterfly coma.
Yeah, right. And the reason why she knows this is because Hyri's grandma, before she died, told her that she can do that.
Yeah, because 3 families guard this. Like, we're like guardians of the shrine type of thing. Hyri's grandmother, Shirora's family, and Nao's family.
Mm.
They're the 3. They're like, follow all this shit. Well, Shirora's family doesn't really anymore. Doesn't really give a shit.
Mm.
Like, oh yeah, the Sorakanos do it now, basically. So they go at night. They go for those butterflies. No luck. But the ones they did find, they send them back to the tree, and then they just go to the tree.
The tree.
And, you know, Harry's like he kind of confessed his love to Ao, but she's like, no, I can't yet. I can't until we find my sister's thing to wake her up.
Self-sabotage.
Yeah, pretty much. And they didn't find it yet. They will, maybe.
It's inevitable.
Unless Umi fucks it up somehow. Probably will.
That's the 2 mysteries left are like Umi and the grandma. And
Shura.
The shit. Oh yeah, Shiratsu. Yeah.
Those are gonna be the last 3.
There's still 4 mini arcs to go.
Yeah. It's like a 3 1/4 for me.
I agree. 3.25.
Yeah.
It would be like a if it wasn't for the first 4 and the last 3, I would have given it like a 2.75.
Yeah.
But
If
those
the
2 are
Sabuki thing was handled better, I probably would have given it 3.5.
3.25.
But like I said, it's okay. I am hoping the second half picks it up.
The worst part about this is even though I rated it 3.25, I would have put it at number 12 on my list.
It would probably be like honorable mention 3 or 2.
Yeah, the honorable mention 2 for me.
Yeah. But that is it for the cores. Let's get to our penultimates.
Penultimates. Oh yeah, that's right. We have a couple.
Let us do vigilantes.
It's okay.
No, I like the knuckle duster stuff.
That's all I want.
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about it. This will be pretty quick because the half of it was Pop's concert.
Yay! What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? Power's out. What can we do? Pop bought some time. They got power back.
Mm-hmm.
Eraserhead beat up the fangirl villain.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, let's not send him away. Let him enjoy the concert.
Yay!
That's fine. And then Knuckle Duster fighting Queen Bee. And we find out that Queen Bee like basically takes over bodies. Like so it fucks up their memory. Like they take it like they're conscious type of thing.
Well, that's what we saw when they had all the bees and when she was in the house and she's like, "Oh, hi, mom and dad," and they're just fucking drugged out.
Yeah, and what you call it? And we do get a flashback of what happened. They had a falling out. Knuckle Duster didn't want his daughter to be an idol or something like that, singer.
Yeah.
Like, get a real job, basically.
Study. Be a useful.
Yeah, be a student.
Be useful.
And she's like, "Fuck you." Even the mom's like, "Just let her." Kind of. It's like you made her upset. You right away. How dare you? If you weren't a girl, I'd punch the shit out of you.
Oh wait, you're a girl. What?
But she ran away, and the bee, whoever body she was in, took over her body. That's where we are with that. And Knuckle Duster's kind of getting her good until she uses the bee to sting herself, power up.
Yep.
Doesn't have enough time with it.
Nope.
Stuns Knuckle Duster in the heart. Like fucking taser almost.
Yeah.
And even while in her head, he's like, "Not back." He's like, "Not back." Yeah, like you really are my daughter.
Yeah, but he survived.
He actually was trying to support, like, you know what, do your dream. I was an asshole.
Yeah. But you know how he survived. You didn't mention how he survives.
No, we're gonna say when she did escape. It's like, all right, and then here's like, oh, like what? He's leaving so soon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then how did he survive?
Fucking fentanyl.
No.
Basically.
Nano machine, son.
Fuck, bro. I was trying to think of the name for it.
I forgot the name of it, but
Vicodin. Oxys.
He took the good shit.
He took the good shit, pal.
Yeah.
And then what's hilarious, the drug dealer he gets it from, he's like, you pop these like candy. He's like, you're gonna really fuck yourself up if you keep taking these. He's like, just give me the fucking order.
And he's like, all right.
He's like, by the way, I need something else from you.
It's like his own type of taser for his knuckles.
Yeah, and he's like, all right. And he's like, what else do you need? Oh, I need this spray. What's the spray? Pest control, let's say.
Yeah. Yep, and then gives his daughter that one punch. And he's like, all right, don't worry, I'm gonna bring her home soon.
Yep.
So, cliffhanger. So we'll get that in the finale. Pretty good with the Knuckles stuff. I can care less about Pop.
I don't care about Pop. I like what's it called?
Koichi.
I like Koichi. I like
Koichi. Pop's okay. She's just more of sex appeal. No offense.
Pop is just there.
And Knuckle Duster's great.
More Knuckle Duster.
Yep, more Knuckle
I'm
Duster.
very curious to see how they bring All for One. Because obviously that she's talking to All for One on the phone. So they're
Oh,
connected.
we might see in the finale.
I'm trying to see if we see All
I
Might.
think we are getting more vigilantes. Like it's a split core. Like it might be in October with the final season of My Hero.
How are they gonna do two of them at the same time?
Hmm. We'll see.
I think this might gotta be like an introduction because they're gonna bring them in.
No, I feel like they'll show All for One. They'll do their last little bit of arc to finish up the vigilante story.
You know, it'd be cool if they use it to transition it into the fight with All Might and All for One, where All Might
Like before he got injured.
Yeah, we see the injury. We see the entire
Maybe.
fight with the injury.
We would have to ask Chris about
that. Would be the
We read
climax.
the manga.
That would be the climax of the vigilantes.
Yeah. Like I said, ask Chris if they do that. But next up, our next penultimate, Rocket's Lady's Modesty.
It's good.
Yeah, they go back to the that clubhouse for the rock and roll thing. So basically saying like, hey, fans, they didn't react to you, but we can bring you back on the condition of you do another one. You do another Battle of the Bands type of thing.
Mm.
But you gotta find someone. And wouldn't you know who on the pony? Some 4 asshole boys.
Well, three and a half. The blonde one isn't much of an asshole compared to the other 3.
Oh yeah, one's nice because
one's okay. We're not gonna say nice.
yeah, the other one just bumped into Arisu when she was like trying to. And I was like, are they doing orgies in there? It's my sister and all that.
They're having a gay
They
orgy.
doing something risque.
They're having a gay orgy.
Yep, because you know that's their school. They're all gay. Every single one of them.
It makes sense.
If you're straight, get out.
This is not a straight school.
Exactly. Rejected. You wouldn't even get in. You would not get in.
You would think, right? Republicans, they're so used to sending people like prim and proper, like all boys, all girls schools to learn manners and to be smarter than everybody.
But no,
And
they're totally fucking.
all those like single sex schools are all the biggest propagation chambers for like gayness. It's like,
oh yeah,
you would.
I'm all for it.
1 + 1, motherfucker. Come on.
No, keep funding it. Keep funding it.
Keep funding it, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, they come in like, you know what? Like we have a good follow. We could just beat these guys. We could beat these women.
They need to be in the kitchen.
Basically, that's what they're just doing. Is like these varsity projects. Go back to having fun while we're legit about this. And this trigger Lily says like that fucking bitch did say that to me, huh?
Bro, every time she hears the word fun, she's just gonna go AWOL.
Oh yeah, she's like going PTSD, ready to snap some necks.
Bro, I hope she takes the guitar and like slams it over that guy's head.
And while Lisa's talking to the manager, you see Tina, Shiraya, and Otaha flirting with Ari. She's like, "Oh, so you're the little sister. You're our little sister now."
Yeah.
And then fucking Arisu is just gushing. I don't know. She told us.
Gushing, all right.
Oh, she told us. But we go the next day. It's time for the vein. The girls are in somewhat matching outfits finally. They got the black with their color, so yellow, white, purple, blue.
Yep, they look like dark sailor characters.
Yep, Arisu is kind of like manager type of thing. Gives water. The boys are being dicks to their manager.
Who's a nice guy?
Yeah, who is a nice guy. They pick on Arisu, and Lisa's like, "What the fuck you doing to my sister?"
Bro, they were gonna fucking put hands on a little girl.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get their ass kicked. I hope they lose in an embarrassing fashion.
Bro, I hope one of the fucking girls fucking date rape drugs the guy.
No, I was waiting for the last great insult tomorrow.
Bro, and all the other bitches too. They're like, "Oh, these bitches getting close to our men. We're not gonna clap for them. We're not gonna make one noise for them."
Like, yeah, okay.
Bro, is there no nice people?
No, not for them.
The best character on that show is the keyboard player.
Tina, yeah.
Tina's the best girl out of them all.
She's so nice.
She's a little schizo with the puppet.
Look,
She's a little,
it's always a quiet ones.
she's a little Harley Cameron there, but you know.
Yeah. I was waiting for that puppet to eviscerate the men. Like what's it gonna do? Ah!
My puppet,
evaporates
my
them.
puppet, my
Ah!
puppet, bigger dick than you three.
They're all burning
Yeah, right.
telepathically. Oh god!
Tina, kill them. Yes, kill them.
Yeah, of course it would.
Bro, if I ever meet somebody talking to a puppet, I'm gonna be freaked the fuck out.
No, just be nice to them because you never know what's gonna happen. Just be nice to them.
I feel like that's like every like school shooter origin.
Teach me ventriloquist.
Ventriloquism is great.
And Angel will tell me, don't go to work tomorrow or don't go to school tomorrow.
If somebody tells you that, you listen.
Yep, like you got it. Or if he sees me, like, hey, thanks for the pep talk, or thanks for the candy.
Okay, bye.
The exit's that way. You got it. Like, I'll let you in. I'll let you in.
It's like Matt with the cop. Yeah, guy with a gun always wins.
Yep. Just how you saying that? It's like, look, I want to die on my terms, not this.
Matt wants to live to paddle another day.
Exactly. All right, our last penultimate, Kowloon.
So fucking good.
Yame-san.
Oh, bro. I have a clear winner for what's it called? For
or
waifu?
Sport and Go.
For waifu?
Yeah.
She's close. Yame's close.
Oh. Is it Kujirai B or A?
I'm not saying.
All right.
I'm not saying. She's up there. She's top 2.
Yep.
She may not be 2.
Yep.
She may not be 1. Who knows?
But pretty much, Gwen is talking to Kudo. It's like, yeah, this is basically you, isn't it? And he's like, yeah. Like, yeah. Are you gonna leave? No. Like, I know how all this works. I'm good. Why do I need to leave?
It's my world.
Yeah, and if I go, she's gone.
Let me ask you, before you get to the apex of this, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
Is Kudo now an antagonist?
I want to hear his reasoning.
At the end of this episode, left me wanting to put him as antagonist of the season.
I don't see him as an
Really
antagonist. I see him as like, what's that? I want to wait till he talks.
To the finale.
Because I originally thought it was going to be Miyuki, but it's not. Then you find out it's not him.
No. He actually has sound reasoning to want to be a fucking dick.
Yeah. I don't blame him.
No.
It's
Logic.
really justified.
Logic, yeah.
Yeah.
Works. I get it, bro.
Pretty much. But no, Yao-mei and Zhao-hei, they're talking to, what's the white-haired guy's name?
Yulong.
Oh, Yulong. Hey, Yulong talks like, oh, yeah, that was me you were talking to.
Yeah.
It's like, you better not kill, or like, oh, I don't have to anymore.
Yeah, I gotta kill Kudo.
Zhao-hei knows also.
Yeah, we're gonna go kill Kudo.
Okay. Yeah,
I love his line. He's like, yeah, you like that chocolate, bitch?
Yeah, because that's what triggered the memory, her memory back. Because he drank something, memory was gone. Then when she ate the chocolate, it came back.
Yeah.
So, while that's gone, we'll get to the rest of the bits. But Gwen finds Miyuki finally after not answering calls. This flat out ghosted. I want nothing to do with you, Gwen. Like I'm trying to solve this by myself. I don't need you in the way, basically.
Right.
But Gwen with talk no jutsu, the power of love. He gets Miyuki back.
He gets his boy pussy. Literally.
He's getting that pussy.
He's literally got a pussy.
No, he's got both. I mean, rock him.
Is it a pussy if you present as a man, but you?
But pussy is your asshole.
I know that. I'm aware. I know enough about gayisms. I know. I'm just saying. He's
got bussy, pussy, cock.
Can you call it a bussy if you present as a male? You present as a cis male, but you have a vagina.
Yes.
Is it a bussy?
It's still a bussy.
It's still a bussy.
It's still a pussy.
But I know because you said though, we know the bussy's an asshole.
Yeah.
But if it's a
Yeah,
real pussy,
if you still got it, it's still it doesn't
it's
change.
still a
It.
pussy.
Still that. Yep.
All right.
So that happens. Kujirai is now with Yulong.
Yes.
By basically looking for the clues. Like, so what did you find? Like the talismans with the code in certain codes is like so that's Kudo telling you stuff.
Yeah, it's Kudo's memory telling you don't go down this path. Don't go down this path. You don't want to go down this path. Please don't go down this
And
path.
eventually, Kujirai leaves Yulong and goes to Kudo. Basically, like Kudo, this is like, yeah, this is mine. It's like, are you gonna leave? Like, no, I'm not going.
Yeah.
And you know too much now.
No, you skipped the fact that she got the drugs and then presented the drugs to him. And we find out what the drugs are. You did skip that. The drugs are originally supposed to be cold medicine, but there is defective cold medicine where if you take too many at one time, you start hallucinating, and if you continue to take that dosage, it leads to overdose. So and Kujirai A asks Yulong, like, hey, did Kujirai B have
and
a
that's
cold?
And that was what killed Kujirai B, right?
That's what they're saying killed Kujirai B. They're saying not quite, because remember, they're like, yeah, it's not quite how it worked. But effectively, that's what Yulong had said. Like, the whole reason why this all happened is we have the cold medicine. The cold medicine, if you take it in high dosages, will kill you eventually. Habima had this, basically, they kind of used Kulong as like a test of it. And when they discovered this happening, they buried basically Kulong as it is so they can hide it.
Right.
And that's what Yulong basically describes.
Yeah, but basically, I'm not going anywhere, and basically, what am I going to do with you?
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that Saturday.
It's very. I thought it was so ominous. They were like, we've done it. Kudo. That's why I was so like, he's an antagonist, because the way Kudo talked to her was like, we've done this for several summers now, and everything was great. Nothing progressed.
Yeah, but all of a sudden,
nothing
in this summer, you're asking questions.
Yeah, you changed. Like, you're not the woman that I like, that I wanted. And then he gets angry, and then you skip. I don't know how you skip this. He gets angry. A giant earthquake happens, and you also skipped another point about the Gene Terra. We'll go backwards real quick, but the Gene Terra, as Yulong describes it, basically the Gene Terra is faulty. The Gene Terra, as far as Habima's aware, basically Gene Terra can store memories, but it was never good at outputting the memories. However, we have the case now, which is what they're studying, where it is outputting the memory of this one person to create Kulong. So there's a mystery from that perspective. And then as Kudo gets angry, a giant earthquake happens, and literally not only pieces of Kulong start disappearing, so do the humans. Humans are disappearing because he's pissed off, because this event is altering his feelings about Kulong. He no longer has
nostalgic tie.
He no longer has a nostalgic but regretful tie. Now he has angry and regretful tie. And that's why people are disappearing. And that's where the episode ends, with people disappearing. Fucking, you see Kudo just stoic. Kujirai's like, what the fuck is going on? And people and things in Kulong are just fucking disappearing like crazy.
Right.
That's how they built up the finale, which was like, okay.
So either he's gonna be a full-on bad guy, or she's gonna convince him, because the manga's done too. It just finished.
Oh, so there's potential for a season 2 of this?
I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna do a season 2 or just gonna say fucking and wrap it up. I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Regardless, spoiler alert, this is a top 3 anime for me.
I just need to stick the landing to stay in the spot.
Yeah, it's not gonna, unless the landing is just atrocious. It's not gonna move to where it's not gonna move.
Unless it'll stay in my top 5 somewhere, But even if they fuck up the end, it'll still be there. But like the lower part of it, the lower half of that 5.
Could be 5, could be 3, could be 2. I don't think it's your number 1. I
It ain't gonna be 1.
It ain't my number 1.
No. It's. I think mine's kind of locked at this point.
I gave you a hint. It's 2 or 3.
Yeah, I said my one's pretty locked.
Yeah, my one's been locked.
Yeah, but we'll get to that. We got 3 finales.
All right.
First one, Shiunji Family Children.
That ending.
Yeah, we'll get to that end in a bit.
This was one of the better endings.
It's essentially a swimsuit episode.
Yep.
Swimming in the river. I gotta say, nice outfits that are like generic bikinis.
Bro, what's her face? Sureha is wearing fucking lace.
Which one?
Sureha or Suha?
The blue hair one?
The blue hair girl.
Yeah,
Seiha. She's wearing lace bottoms.
Also, I don't know if this is weird or why. Why does Kotono apparently have a bigger ass than the other ones?
Kotono is stacked.
Right?
Kotono, bro, they put curves on her ass. She's got more curves than fucking Oka.
Then Oka, Minami. Seiha is probably in the middle, but Banri is just more that she. Well,
Banri's the most stacked.
Yeah, Banri's is more top heavy.
I don't give a fuck. Banri's fucking fine.
Well, they didn't. I believe it, but at the same time, that what she's wearing doesn't really show it that well.
Still. Whew.
I was like Kotono of all people, though.
Oka's the worst bodied. Oka's the worst bodied of the 4.
Oh yeah, probably.
Because at least with Minami, she's athletic. So you get
I
away
mean,
with...
Oka is too, though, but I think Minami has more build.
I mean, no, she's a fucking... Yeah.
Because Oka's a swimmer and a runner.
So it makes sense that she's flat as a board.
Yeah.
But Kotono...
Yeah, all of a sudden, for some reason...
it's all the jilling, bro.
Yeah, it's all... Yeah, I guess.
I mean, when you really think about it, she's the most horny of the 5.
Yeah, she's the only one ready to, like... I'm glad we're not related.
Bro, if Arata would have whipped his dick out in episode 2, she would have taken it easily.
Oh, yeah.
She's the most horny. That's why she's developing.
Yeah, it's puberty. The hormones kicked in
hard.
Yeah, hard.
But
yeah, they're all doing this. They're all hanging out.
Yep.
Arata's still thinking about Oka kissing him while he's asleep.
That's all he thinks about the entire episode.
Yep. Banri takes him for a minute. It's like, hey, you can talk to me anytime. Arata doesn't. But as they go to the waterfall, Banri says, "I love you." How would you feel if I said that, but he didn't hear?
Arata's like, what? Huh?
And she's like, "Oh, never mind."
Silly.
So 4 down. That's 4 down.
Yeah, the last one is
Seiha, yeah.
Seiha.
She won't admit it yet.
I mean, Seiha wanted, like, basically was like in fuck.
Yeah, she wants it like more like physical than romantic.
Well, I mean, she reminds me so much, and I never saw the show, but it fits total sense of science. I tried to prove love with science or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
That's her.
Kind of, yeah.
That's her.
She's trying to think of a logical way to make it happen, or
yeah, she's trying to come up with a logical reason to deduce why she wants to fuck.
Like if I can actually get him aroused, then maybe this is real.
She seems like the type though. She would like get it in, and then like in a bragging way, she would spin it to sound like he like forced her.
Probably.
That's her.
Yeah, she would like drug him like Dexter, inject, make him pass out.
Be like, oh, this is a science experiment. I crushed Viagra, put it in your water, and see what happens.
Pretty much. But yeah, they all do that. Kotono asks Arata to basically join them for the vending machine.
Yeah.
Kotono apologizes, basically blaming why Oka left. She says something to him. Arata is just basically, don't worry about it. My little sister is supposed to, like, you're supposed to fuck up, and we're gonna like take care of you type of things.
Yep.
And flashback of why she likes him, because he was the only one that treated her like a person or a sibling.
Yeah.
Because like the dad's like, yeah, the dad's like, you do this, you do this, you do this, you be happy.
Indeed.
Hey, we're gonna cook. You're gonna do this. You're gonna do this, and you just sit there. Just sit there.
Be cute.
And as she was drowning in the river, no one came in except for Arata.
Yeah.
But they had to talk to go back. Katono is talking to Minami and Oka. Katono apologizes about her feelings at the fame, like I said something to make you go away. And then Minami's like, problem with that. I like him too. So I just want fair and square, you and me, just the two of us. Oka's like, and Oka's like,
I've liked him.
Like, I know. I originally I wasn't, but now I just want to bounce.
Bounce.
And of course, Arata heard all of it.
Background, and he is having a whole heart attack around the corner.
But we're not done there. The ended.
That ending.
We got a guy like right in.
We had this at the end of the penultimate episode, and they left it off. And I remember the quote. It was still too soon for us to realize, and then that's where the quote ends in the penultimate.
Yeah.
So
now this
in the
one
finale, the quote runs again. It was still too soon for us to realize, and the end of the quote is, there was another pair of siblings that we didn't know about.
So we're gonna get like 6 more.
So I Googled this because I wanted to spoil it for myself. And from what I saw on Google, this isn't part of the manga.
So it's original.
It seems like this piece might be original. I don't know that for sure. I just Googled it, and the first couple things I saw was, are there other stepsisters? Like, it says ahead of time. They're like, no, it only shows the 5, and that's according to what we know. And then there was a Reddit line that said, this isn't in the manga.
Yeah, and we have no season 2 announcement yet. Hopefully we do. Actually, it wasn't bad. It's not a guilty pleasure.
It was another guilty pleasure. I concur.
Like a 3.25.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe 3.5.
I gave it a 3.75. I didn't have much to work with, but this season, as you know.
But it was just fine. Like, I'm definitely intrigued. I want a little more with some of the other girls, but it's 12 episodes.
Actually, I lied. 3.5. 3.5. Excuse me.
All right. Now our co-main, Windbreaker.
Honestly, I think we should have done Windbreaker first. This should have been Shiunji Family.
I know this one won't take long.
There wasn't much to it.
Yeah, basically, Hajime talking to Sakura, Hayato, and Akihiko about how we were formed. Akihiko kind of got it right. It's like, well, yes, that's what we would tell people, but like actual us, there's more.
But wait,
Endo.
There's more.
Endo's group left during that formation.
Mm-hmm.
Are like, oh, so you guys beat him before? You fought? Like, no. I never fought Endo. I fought his guys. I never fought Endo. They're like, what? Like, no. Before we even could, him and his crew left. They didn't like what we were doing. They wanted to go back to like the old school way, basically like a battle royale, essentially.
What Sakura understood the original Bolfarine as.
Yeah, that's why he was looking for them.
Yeah.
And then you had that. It's not that, but he's learning as a person. Good for him.
Yay.
But now that they're explaining all this, and Hajime asked Sakura, like, what do you think of him? What do you think of Endo? Because he likes you. He takes a fancy to you.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, he even said he's an asshole. Like, I've been here not to go. They're all good people, and I don't want him to ruin that. I don't want to ruin the townspeople. I don't want to ruin what you guys have.
We're Bolfarine. We're supposed to protect. So let's
fight. Yeah. So if we have to kick his ass, let's kick his ass.
And literally, he's just like, I'm so happy you came here. I love you.
Yeah.
You deserve my there.
But that's not the big reveal.
No.
There's one more, and they even said he is stronger than Endo.
He's the guy, and that's the guy that Homeboy could never beat.
Yeah,
He said there's one guy I could never beat. That guy.
and he's stronger than everybody.
Yeah.
And he's not even a captain or anything.
Nope.
His name is Chika Takeishi. Like, it's red hair, yellow highlights in the bottom, like a phoenix type of thing.
Yeah.
He beat the crap out of a gang behind the scenes while Endo's like, oh, you're like, wow, you already did it.
What the fuck is this?
like
He
fireworks.
stacked them and packed them all
Yeah,
together.
He stacked and pinned them.
He stacked and pinned them. And then they're like, why you did this for? And he's like, I want to shoot a firework. And the higher you shoot a firework, the cooler it'll be.
So
He puts the firework on the unconscious man's forehead,
Yeah.
lights it up,
It's like the fireworks. And
and
then
then he's like, oh, that's a pretty firework.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Savage.
I can't wait for it. We don't have a season 3 yet, but we do have a live action movie announced. I think they're going to announce season 3 after the live action movie. We're definitely getting it. That's what we're going to do. I just want to focus on the live action first.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's fine. I gave it a 4.25.
I gave it a flat 4. I like season 1 slightly more.
I liked the fights in season 1 better. I liked the character arcs in season 2 better.
That's fair. I thought I still like season 1 slightly more. I appreciate season 2 because it gave us more character development.
Yeah.
But I still like season 1.
Yeah.
I gave season 1 like a 4.5.
I think I gave it the same grade, the 4.25.
I give season 1 4.5. I give this a 4. So overarching, I think I'm in agreement with you that this anime as a whole through 2 seasons is a 4.25.
Yeah. But no, I still enjoyed it. It's still worth watching. I'm glad I picked this up still.
This is one of the 5 shows I care about.
Yep. Alrighty, our main events.
One of my other shows
Yep.
out of my 5 that I care about.
Out of nowhere.
For you. I mean, no, for me too. I didn't expect
No,
it to
no,
be-
because we didn't grade season 1 pretty high.
No, we gave it what, a 3 and I gave it a 3.5.
I also gave it 3.5.
You gave it 3.5.
Yeah, because as I hated the cases, but after the thing with Yuki, does that the reveal made it go up a bit? Like, what the fuck?
She's such a fucking psychopath.
But now this one, just like, she's not really a villain.
No, she's not.
Yeah, she's a little crazy.
Can you fix her?
No. No. No.
Oh,
Yeah, I think she's mostly did that to test Kobato, see what he would do.
how crazy are you?
I have limits.
Bro, can you imagine their child?
That's gonna happen. But the nurse person went to go with the axe, but didn't hit him.
Nope.
She
Because
was like pocket sand.
it ended up being Pepper.
Yeah, pocket pepper. I'm sorry.
I can
So-
say it.
So Osadai and Kobato, they escaped. They escaped. Yeah. I wish it was pocket sand. I really wish. But I guess pepper was like pocket sand. Would have been perfect.
Oh my god, I almost gave myself the hiccups there.
Yeah, Osadai and Kobato, they leave for the elevator. It's cold out, and it's like, just call the cops. Like, do something.
They did call the cops.
I know, she got on the phone. Like, yep. Yeah. She's here. Top floor, 11th floor.
On the helipad.
Come
We're gonna
outside.
die.
Come outside.
Yeah, we're cold.
Like, please hurry. and yeah, here comes Eiko.
But you know how, pause. Before we continue, there's a loophole in this. There's always at least one cop, more or less, at every hospital.
Yeah, or a security.
Or security.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though. Having been to the hospital recently, security's not so good.
Well, there we go. This is why they're inside.
Not so good. But there normally is a cop.
Yeah.
For the most part, there's always a cop. at the front of either side, either
Yeah.
the emergency room or in front of the normal hospital. There's always
Right.
a cop. So they couldn't.
Yeah.
And the
Well-
one time the front desk clerk went to go, he had to go take a piss, was in that moment.
But Eiko, she comes up. She still has her axe. And fucking Osan is like, hold on, like you stay here. It's like they're distracted. Like I talk to her.
Yeah, by
Even
time.
though he's freezing to death with still the wounds, still not healed.
Well, also, I put her scarf over her, which is
Yeah,
cute.
yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
And basically, it's like, all right. So he's like, basically, why are you doing this? Like, are you gonna kill me? He's like, no, I'm not trying to kill you. I'm mad at you.
Yeah.
But you ruined everything. It's like, what do you mean? What do you mean?
What did I ruin?
And basically, like, her and her brother were trying to find a way to get the parents back together. They were going through a divorce.
Yeah.
So they were meeting in secret.
Yeah.
But you had to put up that poster.
Yeah.
And guess what? Our parents saw it. They saw they found out what we were doing. So now we definitely got separated. Never to see each other really again.
And if we hadn't been separated, he wouldn't have done what he did.
He jumped. Like, he's gone because of you. And fucking Kabato, he actually looked shocked.
Yeah, he's like, wow.
Like, what?
I didn't mean to cause somebody to unalive themselves.
Yeah, and yeah, he's like, you're why he did what he did. And then Yuki's like, well, you're no better.
Fuck you. I'm going to kill you both.
But then, who shows up, Ethan?
What's his dick?
The brother.
The brother, yeah.
Yeah, Shotaro.
Yeah.
He's still in the hospital.
No, he's not in the hospital. He's walking with a cane, though.
Yeah, it's like wait.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah, don't blame him. He was just trying to help.
He's still an asshole, but it's not his fault.
He ruined everything, but he didn't know. I didn't tell him.
Yeah.
He figured it out all on his own.
Yep.
At the end, he was just trying to help.
Yep.
So I hold no grudge. Like, we can be together now.
No, you can't. She's going to jail.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you don't have to like you don't have to kill anyone.
And no, what broke her was like, I wish you hadn't done that. Nobody deserves to be run over by a car.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish you didn't have to run over Kabato or try to.
Why'd you do that?
Yeah.
And now we can't be together because you're going to jail for a hit and run accident, for attempted vehicular homicide,
Yeah,
or
attempt to murder the hospitals.
Attempted murder.
Pretend to be a nurse.
Yeah, no, she was a real nurse.
Oh, she was real. Okay.
She was a real nurse. Yeah, no. So not forgetting that. What else? What other charges? Aggravated stalking.
Yeah.
Aggravated attempted assault. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Assault in general. Assault with no bodily harm because she kept. Drugging.
Yeah, drugging. Yeah, and she did, and she was hitting him.
And she was hitting him. She's going to jail for like 30 years.
Yeah. Unless, that has a lot of money.
No, that bitch is going to jail.
Yeah. But she stops what she's doing. She cries. No one dies.
They arrest her, presumably.
Yep.
And then we get a nice moment between the two boys.
Yep, Shotaro talks to Kabato. No, sorry this happened.
Kabato says sorry.
Yeah. He's like, it's fine.
He's like, I'm not gonna say I'm sorry for what happened. He didn't say. He's like, I'm not gonna say sorry for something. He's like, I'm not gonna. He's like, oh no. He said, well, I can't. He said, well, I can't bring myself to forgive you for what you did. He's like, I am sorry I hit you, and I'm sorry my sister did what she did to you.
Yeah.
And he's like, let bygones be bygones.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to associate with you again, but
I don't hate
fine.
You. Yeah, and he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, it's not your fault. I tried to kill myself. You want to hear about it? No, I don't need to. You don't need to go over the details. He's like, it's all good. I fucked up anyway. Clearly.
Yeah. But He's got the closure. I guess that's what kind of why Kabuto was like, maybe I should try to be normal because I kind of ruined this man's life.
Effectively.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Kabuto and Osanai, they're back inside. They're talking a
Osanai
bit.
was listening to this entire conversation and she shed a tear in happiness.
Kabato's like, I kind of thought you were going to be behind it again like last time. And she's like, what are you
like,
thinking
wow.
for?
Yeah, wow, how dare you?
But obviously they were teasing each other.
Nah, she didn't take it that way.
But she was smiling.
Yeah, because she's sinister. She's like, oh, she literally said, you hurt my feelings. Because you hurt my feelings, you're not going to see me until you find me. I'm going to Kyoto.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, she said, sorry that you missed your exam, the entrance exams. I already did mine. I'm going to university. And she's like, go to Kyoto. Why? That's where I'll be.
He's like, I'm going to Nagoya.
Like, nope, you're going to Kyoto.
Which, by the way, I don't know if you know Japanese geography.
Yeah.
Nagoya is on the like other side of Kyoto.
Yeah.
Nagoya is like on like the like coast that's near China, and then obviously Kyoto's on the Pacific coast.
Yeah, but she's like, no, you're going to Kyoto because that's where I'm going. But I'm not going to wait for you. You're going to find me. Like, I'll leave you clues.
She said, I'm going to leave a maze for you.
Like, but we know they're going to find each other, obviously. But like, I'll leave you all these clues. I'll let you know all these sweet shops. And eventually you'll find me. But eventually he passed out while she's talking.
Did she drug him? I felt like she drugged him.
I think he was just exhausted. It's been a long. I think he was just legit tired.
Yeah.
But she like looks at it and is like, "Happy New Year, my second choice, favorite second choice."
So ridiculous, bro.
But no, she definitely loves him. She definitely loves him. She's just being bitchy,
bro.
But the show's over.
Is that it? There's no season 3 now?
The only thing they can cover is like one volume of light novel. I don't think they're gonna do that. The main story was done. So this is it. 4.25.
I agree.
Very nice. I like that Osanai didn't stay it the way how she was. Like, she was still a little crazy, but she had a reason.
Her logic made sense. I get it.
Logic made sense, especially with the ex-boyfriend. She definitely put him in his place. I love that.
He didn't ask for my permission.
Yeah, I mean, fair. Like, I didn't want to kiss. You decided I'm gonna kiss you. I'm motivated. I was like, the fuck you are. The fuck you are.
You do, and you'll clean it up.
Yes, exactly. No, it's fun. No, I'm glad. I like season 2 a lot more than season 3 and then season 1.
I agree. I totally agree.
But closing thoughts before we get out of here.
There's so much in summer. It's too much.
I know. 2 of mine start Saturday.
I'm pretty confident this is going to be my closing thought. Is I'm pretty confident spring is going to be like the season I least like on our like annual. Like, what was your worst season? It's going to be spring. It's going to be spring. I can assure you right now, my top 5 will make the cut of the third.
It probably will be spring for me because I dropped more and disliked more here compared to winter.
I don't give a shit about it. I told you, I don't give a shit about anything in my after 5.
Yeah.
I don't.
No, I agree.
It'll be a miracle. Like, I have literally top 5 will make it. 2 that are on like a really thin bubble. My 6 and 7 are on thin bubbles. Top 5 will make it. And there's not a chance in God's green earth 8 through 13 make it. Not a chance.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
Not a chance in hell.
But guys, we'll be here next week with more finales. We'll have the finales of Lazarus, Kowloon, My Hero, Lady's Modesty, and we'll get the penultimates. Oh yeah, we missed Zatsu Tabi. I'm not reviewing it. It's a free. Don't care.
Oh yeah, we did miss Zatsu Tabi, didn't we?
It's a free. That's it.
I gave it a 3.25.
It's good for certain things, but as a show itself, it's just eh. Obviously, Fuyune and Ray did make up. Chica's one-shot manga got in the magazine. and it was basically about her.
The
I'm not gonna
last-
lie, I also got Yuri vibes in that one shot.
Half that fucking season was Yuri vibes.
Yeah, especially for Yuri and Riri.
I gave it 3, and actually, you know what? Let me see something.
It was just fine. It serves its purpose. It's just nothing spectacular.
3.5. I'll give it 3.5 because everything else I have so far, from where it is in my 13, because unfortunately it has to make my 13. Everything that's under it is a 3.5 or lower. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Baseline 3.5.
Yeah, I just like so much better that I can't grade it high.
This is not in your 13.
No, it's not.
I'm forced to put all these shows in my 13.
I know.
That's why I thought, can I give you a top 7?
We gotta grade normally.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah, we'll be here next week. Follow us on our social media platforms down below, whether it be Twitter, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Twitter. Find us on YouTube on W2 Network and Dershi Radio on their YouTube channel. Also follow them. Thank them for hosting us on their social media platforms. So follow at W2 Net or at Dershi Radio. Follow me on Twitter at DavidPhoenix12. Follow my Instagram, House Husband Cosplay. Follow Ethan's Instagram at AnimeDaisuke24 or his Twitter at Showstopper24. We have Sean, who's an editor. We're going to do our top 5 reel in just a second. Spring season finale next week. So until then, oyasumi and good night.
sayonara, minasan.
Bye-bye.
The sun goes to sleep, I find myself in a heap because it hurts so much to be away from you. It makes my day when I get a text from you, but still I say goodbye again. Let's hope this isn't the last time that I see your face, but hey, it's fine. I know everybody needs a little space. There's no one to blame.